Hey comic book fans, and welcome to another SuddenlyComic.com video. And today it is another in my series of what is on my shelf. Okay, so what have I got on my shelf this week? Some interesting ones. I said on my last one that I was going to the London Spring Comic Con last Sunday, which I did, and I did pick up some sketches there. So I commissioned 5 sketches. 2 were done there and then. So I left my blank covers with the artists and they did the work during the show. 3 of the other ones I left with the artists and they said they'd send me them when they were done. I've had 1 of those back. So I have 3 out of 5 sketch covers that I commissioned. So I'll show you the 3 that I had done. I am going to put a link to the 3 artists who did these covers below. So if you want to contact them and get them to do some work for you, you can do so. Now, the first up was a guy, I think he was Italian. I could be wrong, he might have been Spanish. Anyway, I have got his details and I'll put them in the link below. But he specialises, he'd got a fantastic display of dinosaur drawings. So I gave him a blank cover of a comic called Powers, which I know nothing about, except that it's by Brian Michael Bendis, and asked him if he would do a dinosaur drawing on it, and he did. Look at this. Brilliant stuff. I think I might get some more work done by this guy. His detail on the dinosaur is incredible, and he did that in an hour while I went off and looked around the show. I will put a link down below to this artist. Okay, then next commission that I got done was by a lady called Jessica Martin. Now, Jessica Martin, I think she was an actress. She's now doing comic art. She specialises in drawing sort of Hollywood characters from the 1940s, which I really like. It really fitted in with the series I've been recently reading called The Fade Out, which is set in Hollywood in the 1940s. So I had, there's this Doctor Who cover, and I said to her, oh, well, I really like your Clara Bow drawings. Is that going to work on a Doctor Who cover? And she said, certainly is. I can put you a TARDIS and a Dalek in with Clara Bow. So I said, you're on. And here is the resulting artwork. So Jessica did this for me. That's her Clara Bow with a TARDIS and a Dalek. I think I'm the only person in the world who's got a Doctor Who cover with Clara Bow, a Dalek and a TARDIS. And she's written a nice message to me up there. So that is a lady called Jessica Martin. Really nice stuff, Hollywood stuff. If I could get a blank cover off the Fade Out, then I would definitely get her to do some work, but I don't think they did blank covers. Right, and the final one is one that I actually got sent off. So I met the guy at the show. He's a guy called Lee Townsend. I had met him before, actually, but I hadn't commissioned anything from him. Really liked some of the work he had on show. I had a flash blank cover with me, and there were a couple of drawings he had there of the Flash that I really liked. So I said, can you do me a flash? He said, well, I can't do it today. So that's fine. Take it away. Send it to me when it's done. Anyway, did it quite quickly. And I got it back yesterday. And this is great. Just look at the action on this. This is a guy called Lee Townsend. Very talented guy. I may well get some more work done by Lee. This is fantastic. I love all the effects that are happening around here, and I love the way he sort of blended it into the title. Right, so I've got 2 more coming, and I will show you those when they arrive. Okay, next up, a few pickups. So this is from a recommendation from Alan on the price variance. He showed this, and I thought that sounds really interesting. I'm going to get myself a copy, and it is this book here. Did you hear what Eddie Gein done? And it is, the art is by Eric Powell. Now, Eric Powell is the artist and writer on a comic called The Goon, which I've now got a few copies of and I quite like. This book is really, really good. It is about a sort of serial killer in the US who, you know, a number of sort of horror films, Psycho, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, were potentially based on this guy. And the artwork it reminds me of Will Eisner. It really is fantastic, sort of atmospheric artwork. And it takes us through the childhood of Eddie Gein, shows his mother and his father, both of whom are horrendous. But the art is just great, as is the writing. I'll be amazed if this doesn't win any awards, or indeed if it has won awards. This only came out about a year ago, I think. So thoroughly recommend Did You Hear What Eddie Gein Done? Okay, another pickup. This is a pickup. I had one of these, okay? So in my sort of attic collection, I had this, which is Voodoo issue 2. Why do I like this? Well, look at this. This is Adam Hughes cover art. And the story is by Alan Moore. So I investigated this, and this was actually a 4-issue mini-series. So I thought, well, it's Alan Moore and Adam Hughes. You can't go wrong. And I found somebody who was selling all 4 of these for about $25. So I picked up a set. Number 1, I don't think number 1 is Adam Hughes art. It's the only one that isn't. Number 2, which I've just shown you. I haven't read these yet, but I will read them because it's Alan Moore. This is, again, Adam Hughes art on the cover. And number 4 as well. That's a comic called Voodoo from Image Comics. Alan Moore with some Adam Hughes cover artwork. Right, now my last sort of pickup was from, I do have a look at the charity shops on eBay, specifically British Heart Foundation. I've had some good purchases from them. Plus, I do quite like supporting the charity shops. So if I can buy from the charity shops, I will do. Anyway, I looked at Oxfam. Now, Oxfam do not have an eBay store, but if you go to their website, they do sell stuff online through their own website, which I hadn't seen before. So, and they've got a lot of comics. So I was browsing through there and I found 3 things to buy from Oxfam, and I will go back there because I think they were fairly priced. One of them I think was a bit of a bargain. The other 2 I think I just paid fair market value. And they all came from different shops. So I presume the individual charity shops putting their stock online, but then all 3 of these came from a different charity shop. I think one was in Newcastle, one was in Folkestone, and one was in Liverpool, I think. So here are the 3 comics. The first is, I only paid $5 for this, but you know, this is I Spy number 4. It's a sort of photo cover. It's got one of these, this is a gold key comic. It got one of these photo posters on the back. I'd not seen this before. Really nice. And it's got some photo stills on the inside. And I thought $5, you know, I like the gold key stuff from the 1960s. This is from a television series called I Spy, if anybody of my generation remembers it. So there we go. That was my first purchase. That was the cheapest purchase from the Oxfam. Second one, I found Fantastic Four that I hadn't got, and it's in pretty good condition. This is Fantastic Four 116. It's a large one. It's a square bound. Hadn't got it in this issue. Doctor Doom replaces Reed Richards. Now this cost me $50, but this is in good condition. I'd say this is a 6.570, and I think I paid about fair market value. But as I said, it's going to a charity shop, so I think that was a nice purchase, and that'll go into my Fantastic Four collection, one I hadn't got. Right, the last one is a rare comic, okay? And I have been on the lookout for this, and they had this on the Oxfam site, and they had it up for 70 quid, which is about $100. So this was not a really cheap purchase, but I still think I probably got a bit of a bargain. This is a comic that did have a free item with it when it first came out, and I haven't got the free item. If I had got the free item, this would be a $500 comic, maybe more. And it is Captain Britain numero uno. This is the first appearance of Captain Britain. Marvel launched this character in the Marvel UK comic. This was very rare, and it's in pretty reasonable condition, and also rare for these Marvel UK productions. The part of it is in colour. The Captain Britain bit is in colour. I mean, the quality of the paper used on these is poor, shall we say. There's also a great Fantastic Four reprint in here. Nice Ben Grimm. And there's also a Nick Fury story. We also get a colour poster of Captain Britain. And interestingly, there's a nice message from Stan Lee. Here we go. A personal message from Stan Lee. I'll read you this. It had to happen. Even though Marvel's heroes are the world's most popular comic book characters, the time has come for a new superhero. One who will be Britain's own. Month after month you have demanded him. Comicdom has needed him. All of Britain has been awaiting for him, and now here he is at last. Imagine, specially written and drawn just for you, never before printed in any other magazine. With indescribable pride we have presented for the first time anywhere Britain's greatest superhero, defender of the weak and oppressed, destroyer of evil and injustice, the mightiest, most mysterious man on earth, the one and only Captain Britain. Good old Stan, he knew how to sell a comic. Not only that, but Stan's coming to the UK. This is 1976. And here we go. Here we have an advert. It says, to celebrate the launch of Captain Britain and on the publication of his own book, Bring On the Bad Guys, smiling Stan Lee will be making a personal appearance at a London bookshop. October the 14th, 1976. Drat. I've missed it. This is a great comic. Really good. I mean, if you've got the free gift, and this is in a 9.8, this is a $3,000 or $4,000 comic. I paid $100. I think I got a pretty good bargain. This is a rare comic. It's complete. There's nothing missing. There's no major creases. There's no major tears. I don't know how to grade these things. I don't know, 6.0, 6.5, 7, something like that. Am I going to get it graded? Probably not. It's just, I like to be able to, this is the type of comic I like to be able to open up and look at. Right, while we are talking about grading, the final thing on my shelf this week is I got a submission. My first ever CBCS submission came back a week or so ago. And I'm just going to show you a couple of the comics that came back, which I'm quite pleased with. One is this Champions #1 in a 9.8. This has gone down in value hugely since I submitted it. I paid $30 for this comic raw. You can now buy it for $10. And when I submitted this, a 9.8 would have been worth about $300 or $400. It's now worth $90. I'm just going to hang on to this. I think this will go back up again. I'm not selling it now when it's at its low point. Right, and the other one which I'm going to show you is this one. This one hasn't plummeted in value. This is Kanan #1 in a 9.6. I think I paid about $50 for this. And it is the first, it's got a whole range of first appearances. It's the first appearance of Kanan Janus. It's the first appearance of Sabina Wren. It's the first appearance of Ezra Bridger, Hira Syndulla and Gazareb Aurelius. So multiple first appearances in a 9.6. This is got a bit of value to it, but again, I'm not selling this. This is going to go in my personal collection. I think this is a key comic which will only continue to rise in value. Right, there you go. That's your lot. But that is what was on my shelf this week. Enough said.